Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Plip Plop Plays. Today, we're going to be diving into a game that I have been looking forward to almost obsessively for the better part of a year. And I'm not using the word obsessively lightly. I know a lot of people today will say you're obsessed with something if you do more than 2 minutes of research on it. This is something that I've been actively researching every day, almost on a daily basis since last July of 2024 when the gameplay trailer initially dropped. I have been so excited for this game, and I dove into the alpha. The alpha was phenomenal. It was crisp, it was smooth, it was polished. And this game, at least the gameplay, feels the exact same way. I didn't experience any major bugs while I was playing. Again, it felt in a much better playable state than a lot of AAA titles that release today. So, like, again, it's crisp, it's smooth, and fantastic. And a way that I wanted to support the developers is the fact that I bought in-game cosmetics. That's something that I am vehemently opposed to, is purchasing cosmetics. I think it's really dumb. I've only ever made, I think, one, maybe two purchases in Fortnite, and that was like to buy a battle pass that I really wanted. Everything else is just like, whatever. Like, I'm not going to pay money for a look. And that's a rule that I broke for this game. I wanted to show my love to the developers, specifically because they've poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this game. And I think it's an amazing novel concept, and I just wanted to show my support to them. So I did break my one rule for this game, and I did so happily. One thing that, and I need to stop using that phrase, one thing. Something else that I've heard a lot of people on the internet talking about, specifically different YouTube channels, is the server issues and the fact that this game shouldn't have had server issues upon release. My rebuttal to that, I would say, is it is a beta. People are arguing that the developers are hiding behind a beta title, but the more content is going to be coming here in the future. I don't think they wanted to wait till a November release, and they wanted to get it out early. And so by getting a game out early, there are going to be some server issues. And it appears that Splitgate 2 is suffering from its own success. In the original Splitgate, there were some significant server issues because there was a 2 or 3 week period where everybody decided that they wanted to log on because it blew up on TikTok. And I think Splitgate 2, again, was just suffered from its own success. The servers couldn't handle the amount of people that wanted to log on and play. And, it sucks that it happened twice in a row, but the developers are working night and day to fix it. And now, instead of having to wait 2 weeks for server capacity, we've only had to wait 2 days. I logged on and played a little bit this morning before trying to get this video out. And as of 10:30 Eastern time, it appears that the server issues were fixed. I only had to wait a minute and a half to find a game. And I think that's perfectly acceptable. It's about the exact same time that I have to wait for Splitgate games. So I think the developers have definitely come a long way between, the release on the 22nd and now. The game's in a much more stable state regarding the server issues. So hats off to the developers for getting this game out to us and fixing the major bugs that needed to be fixed so we can enjoy it. One improvement that I would like to see, I guess more than one improvement that I would like to see, are more portal walls. There have been a couple of times where I'm in a game and I want to portal to a spot that feels natural to portal, and there's not a portal wall there. So I would love to see more portal walls, just offering more mobility. Outside of sliding, outside of jetpacking, I do think that portal walls will be appreciated by the competitive community, and they'd also be, just appreciated by me. I definitely am outmatched regarding head-to-head gunfights, and heavily rely on portals to make sure that I can outflank my enemy. One thing that you've probably noticed that I've done is a lot of cuts in this video, and it's specifically because I was having some issues regarding keybinds Playing Splitgate 1, I was used to throwing grenades to close portals and not placing a portal over someone else's portal. So every time I tried to throw a grenade, I ended up placing my equipment, and it would lead to me dying. So that is something that I'm going to have to get used to, but I would love to see more portals in this game. Also, I would love to see enhanced cosmetic customization. This game has been described as, Splitgate, this game has been described as Halo and Portal combined. And, it really would be cool to see 1047 lean into their Halo heritage and provide individual armor customization the way you could in, Halo 3 or Halo Reach. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of the classes because the classes are designed to, look unique as well as feel unique. So like if you had a Sabrask chest with a Meridian headpiece and then an Arrow shoulder piece, I can see how that would kind of defeat the cosmetic decisions that the developers have made. But I think it would be a really cool way to make your character feel even more unique. That way you don't have to worry about having the exact same look as someone else. It allows you to be 100% individualized. Another thing that I think would be really cool is individual emblem customization, similar to Call of Duty. More specifically, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. They had an amazing emblem editor, and so a way to add individuality to this game is, through individual emblem customization as well. I think a lot of people could make some really cool emblems in this game, and I'd love to see it. I specifically had a General Grievous emblem in Black Ops 3 that I was really proud of. It took me 4 hours to make, but I was really proud of it. But when it's all said and done, this game came at the perfect time. It's in a phenomenal playable state. I finished my CFA level 1 this week, and this game is kind of the icing on the cake to finishing that. I also had my final interview for a promotion at work, and to top it all off, my wife and daughter are out of town for the weekend, so I get to spend all of Memorial Day weekend in front of my computer until my eyes bleed playing Splitgate. So this game really came at the perfect time. I was kind of upset when the servers weren't working Friday after I got off work. I was like, oh no, it's a sign. I failed my test. I didn't get this promotion. But, they're up and running again today at 10:30 Eastern. So I'm excited to spend my free time unwinding from the test, unwinding from this interview, and just getting some R&R from my family to enjoy this game. So it released at an absolute perfect time. The Lord was really looking out in terms of the release. I was super upset. I thought my test was on Memorial Day, and Splitgate was going to release on the 22nd, and I'd resigned myself to just like, oh, I'm gonna fail this test so I can play Splitgate and not study. It turned out my test was actually on the 19th, and I was like, oh no, I'm losing a week of studying, but I get to play Splitgate, so it was kind of a win-win. So yeah, I'm super excited to sink my teeth into it. I'm probably not going to upload for the rest of the weekend, but now that my test is over, you can expect more regular videos. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is I would love your feedback as a community to know what you like about my videos, what can be improved, and areas that I should devote more time to. I'm a fledgling content creator. I tried my hand at this 2 years ago with my Halo series. I feel like my content's improved since then just because I changed my video editing software. But any improvements that you think I could make, any adjustments to my editing style, I would love to hear feedback from you all, just because I want the quality of my videos, I want the caliber of my videos to be up to snuff with some more advanced YouTube channels out there. So any feedback you have, I would love to hear. But that is going to be it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to bring back the word of the day. That's something that I did in my Halo 4 video, or my episode 4 for Halo. And then I never did it again. So word of the day is coming back. So that is something that you can look forward to. But that is going to end the video for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. and I hope you all are going to enjoy Splitgate as much as I do. But until next time, plop out.